A very good morning and warm welcome to you, dear students, to your civics class. Today we will continue studying Chapter 2, Preamble to the Constitution, Part 3. In the previous class, we learnt about sovereign, socialist, democratic and republic, right? Now first let's recap and watch the video. After that, we will be learning about justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. These four things we'll be learning. Now firstly, let's just recap: sovereign, socialist state, secular state, democratic state and republic. Students, pay very close attention.
So the first word mentioned is sovereign. So sovereign means an independent country. So India is an independent country. It's not dependent on any other nation. We, the people of India, together decide that how our country will be run. So India is an independent country or a sovereign. Next word is socialist. Now what does socialist mean? Socialist means wealth of the nation will be shared by all so that everyone can meet his or her needs. So India is also a socialist country, which means that all the resources which are there in this country, they are shared by all the citizens of this country. So it's not for few special people. Everybody, every citizen of the country has a right on all these resources. Next comes secular. What does secular mean? Secular means all religions are treated alike and people are free to have whatever religious beliefs they like. So India encourages its citizens to follow their religious beliefs without any fear. So India has no official religion. Whatever you feel, whichever religious belief you want to follow, you can follow or practice. That is the meaning of word secular. India is a secular country. Democratic Republic. Now this is very important. Democratic Republic, which means the government will be elected by the people and the head will be a president and not a king or a queen. So India is a democratic republic. That means we, the people of India, elect our representatives and they decide how the country will be run or how the affairs of the country will be run. So it is basically we, the people, who decide who will run the country, and it's not in the hands of any king or a queen. We are a democratic republic. So sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. That is India.
Now let's go to the next part. Today, in this part 2, we shall be studying about justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Alright? And then we'll do a conclusion of the preamble. So let's watch the explanation of part 2.
Now, apart from that, the next line says, and to secure to all its citizens, which means to make sure that all Indian citizens get, what do they get? Justice, social, economic and political, which means fair treatment to all the people. So we get justice, whether it is social, economic or political. We all get fair treatment. That is what defines our country. Next is liberty. Liberty of what? liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, which means freedom to speak, think, believe and practice whatever they want without fear. This is very important. We are a democratic republic and our constitution gives us liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. And then comes equality of status and opportunity, which means every person should have a good life without any discrimination. So, whether it is rich or poor, whether it is man or woman, everybody will get equal treatment without any discrimination. So, if they deserve, they will get what they need. And to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. What does this phrase mean? It means all Indians should live like brothers and sisters, keeping India united and unharmed. So you see, we all live together and we live like brothers and sisters, keeping India united and unharmed. So, this is what the preamble stands for. Preamble is the essence of our constitution. So, all these different words define our country, India. So, our country, India, is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic.
So we have concluded this part. We've learned about the justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Now let me give you a brief explanation about each one. Firstly, justice. Now the preamble has guaranteed the Indian citizens three values. Which are the three values? Justice, liberty, equality. Now, justice implies removal of injustice done to anyone. It sees to it that everybody has the opportunity for progress. Now, there are three types of justice. Which are they? Social justice, economic justice and political justice. Let me tell you what is social justice. Look at this picture over here also. There is no discrimination among individuals on the basis of caste, creed, race, language, region, place of birth or sex. Everybody is equal. Economic justice. What is economic justice? Everyone should have the right to a source of livelihood so as to look after oneself and one's family by removing poverty. Poverty should be removed. The government provides jobs to all the people of any caste, religion or sect. You can see over here, this is economic justice, equality for everybody. Anybody who has the ability to study and work hard and go ahead in life can acquire economic justice. Lastly, we have political justice. We have got universal adult franchise. Now, what is a universal adult franchise, children? It means all citizens completing 18 years of age have a right to vote in elections. Here you can see in the picture here, universal adult franchise. That means voting. When you are 18 years of age, you can vote. So this completes justice. Now we go to liberty. Now all the citizens enjoy freedom. Now which type of freedom they enjoy? There is freedom of thought and expression. Here you can see freedom to speak up, listening to your concerns. It means you can speak what you feel and express your ideas, opinions and knowledge to anyone. Secondly, you can have the freedom to type through media, write in media, speak through media. That does not mean you write anything wrong about the government and people and spread rumors and wrong news. we have to be very careful, especially on WhatsApp. We must think and write and think and forward only good and right information and images. Here you can see you have the ability, everybody has got a mobile phone nowadays and can directly record whatever information they have and forward things. So you should always use the right method and you should always verify the information before spreading it. Lastly, religious freedom. It means you have the freedom to accept and follow any religion of your choice. Yeah, there are all the religions over here. You can follow Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, any type of religion you want, you can follow in India. There's no particular one official religion. And also you can celebrate all the festivals. Here you can see all the festivals, whether it is Makar Sankranti, Holi, Raksha Bandhan, Ganesh Chaturthi, Dandiya Ras, Diwali, Independence Day, Republic Day, Christmas, any type of festival which is there in India, or you can celebrate. There is no restriction to follow any religion. Let's go ahead. Next one is equality. Look at this picture. This is called the word cloud. All different types of words are here relating to equality. Freedom, treatment, ability, race, culture, acceptance, religion, gender, equal education, rights, color, respect, protection. There will be no discrimination. Discrimination means to treat wrongly. So no discrimination based on caste, creed, race, sex, place of birth, etc. It means equal status is given to all. There will be no discrimination between people in terms of high, low, superior, inferior status. All are equal. Here you can look at this picture over here. See, equal rights for everyone. Whether you are old man or you are young man, old lady, young girl, young boy, small child, handicapped person. All human beings are born free and equal. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And all will be given the opportunity for jobs. Government provides you everything, provided you have the required skills and knowledge to do the work. If you have the skills and knowledge to do the work, you can acquire a government job. Now the last one we have is fraternity. Now what is fraternity? Fraternity implies a we feeling towards one another. It creates an feeling of empathy. People become more understanding towards each other's problems and needs. Now let me show you what is fraternity through empathy. Now look at this picture, children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 clouds over here. These are actually the skills strengthened by empathy. First one is identifying needs. You can see 2 people sitting. They are discussing about the problems and needs. So you should have an understanding towards each other's problems and needs. Secondly, emotional connection. You should build an emotional connection with the people. Thirdly, we should have a caring attitude which will make them feel safe. You should have a caring attitude towards your friends, towards your family members. Then next is creativity. Creativity helps you and the person become more creative in your work, in your work and their work. That is when you show empathy towards the person. Next is collaboration. Now what is collaboration? Collaboration means being a team player and working nicely with that person. Next is negotiation. That means agreeing. That means you are agreeing to accept and you are ready to accept the other person's ideas as well. It's not only my ideas, also your ideas are accepted. Now I'll give you an example. We see nowadays people are showing more kindness, helpfulness. They show a listening ear to people's problems and providing solutions to others in this COVID situation. Isn't it, children? People have become more empathetic. We should treat others with the same dignity and respect their individual freedom. Now how can we respect? When we give respect, we get respect. Now how will you earn respect from others? That is by treating everyone with respect. That's the first point. Second, respect others' time. Everybody has a timing and everybody has a time. You should not be lazy and come at the wrong time. Respect people's time. When you give a date and now take for example your assignments and homeworks. Now a time has been given to you, right? So you should always submit on time. That means you are respecting the other person. You are respecting your teachers. When your parents tell you to do something, some work at home, they expect you to do it in that time. Do not keep it for afterwards. And don't be lazy and procrastinate. Always respect your parents and elders because they expect a lot from you and they love you. Thirdly, be helpful. Show your helpful nature. Be helpful to your brother, sister at home, to your family members, friends, teachers. And then when you are wrong, say sorry. Do not have pride. Always say sorry and apologize. So we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you have understood all the parts, all the aspects of the preamble. It's very interesting and very nice. You have understood the entire preamble now. Okay, children? Thank you.